Another day, another video by Theist Brooks, and of course all of his followers coming in, but like this commenter said, it's not that he sends them, it doesn't matter. He knows exactly what his audience is like, and sending people to my page is a byproduct of that. That's why he stitches every single person on the internet. Guess what I don't do? I can make my own arguments without going after other people. So to the people saying like, why don't you even respond to Theist Brooks? He posted that 15 minutes ago. I'm recording this and still have to edit it. You all are insane. If you want to go respond immediately to somebody on TikTok, be my guest. Okay, Theist Brooks, after this, please don't respond to me again, and I'm probably just gonna block you, so don't come looking for me. Let's watch the video and respond in real time, shall we? Guarantee it's another argument that makes zero sense and is just laden with, I said, the Bible said.
You know Jesus wouldn't have been even the first trans character in the Bible, right? What?
Alright, let's hear it.
Yeah, if Eve was made from Adam, straight from his rib, then she was basically a clone. So scientifically...
DNA, babe.
But a woman.
This is an absurd assumption. There is zero evidence that Eve was a male.
There's zero evidence that Eve was made from Adam's rib, Theist Brooks. We're operating in hypotheticals.
Just because Eve was made from Adam's rib, that does not mean their genetics are identical.
DNA out of another person, and that DNA is replicated, we call that a clone. That means they are identical.
This is proven by the fact that Adam and Eve had children.
This is not proven by anything.
That would be impossible if Adam and Eve were both male.
It's not actually. We've already done some studies on rats, but there's also new studies coming out on humans, in which a skin cell can be taken from a male, converted into a fertilized egg. So if we want to operate in the fact that God is doing some mysterious DNA splicing, and that's what would happen, basically. So
God created the necessary genetic material for Eve.
then why didn't God just make Eve out of the goddamn floor? Why did he have to take a rib from Adam? Oh, because it's all a made-up story, and it's supposed to be a metaphor, not an actual representation of how humans were made? That makes more sense than Theist Brooks.
You are obviously defending an agenda rather than the truth.
My agenda is to get people to critically think and question what they're being told, because as you said, it's a fact that it's not a fact that. No, it's a Bible story that people are taking literally instead of questioning. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Applying science of what we know today is important, because guess what? If we're just operating on something that we knew 2,000 years ago, we also wouldn't know germs are a thing, people wouldn't wash their hands, and everyone would be dying from sickness.
Wait, so it really was Adam. And Steve!
According to your logic, how dare you misgender Eve? Steve was her old name. Goofy.
I actually made a follow-up video about that and apologized, because you're right. If Eve were trans, then I did dead name Eve. Firstly, I don't really care if I'm dead naming a mythological character. But second of all, you're right, that would be inappropriate, so thank you for calling it out.
The Bible affirms God created them male and female.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen platypuses? We have fun with creation.
I'm not sure what your point is or how this relates to anything.
It's called a joke. Platypuses are fucking funny. Have you never joked before, Theist? That makes sense.
Platypus is either male or female.
Why are you saying platypuses are mammals that lay eggs? They are just funny. And when the Bible says, if we want to use the Bible for your logic, male and female, he created them, it was referring to species. It was not referring to Adam and Eve. These are in two separate places in the Bible. We're talking Genesis 1 versus Genesis 2. God created humans, male and female, he created them, meaning everything in between. When he created Adam and then Eve, it was not at the same time. There's a difference between Genesis 1 and 2, because one says they were created together, male and female, he created them. Then there is a separate story in which he creates Adam, then takes the rib and creates Eve. That's a theological point because they're written by two different authors, and we all, on my page at least, we know this. We know Genesis is not a single book written by Moses. It is a poetry book about mythological creation, and it's written by two different authors. Hence the different days, different viewpoints, and why they seem to contradict each other. Stop sending your little lackeys over to my account, because they probably are for the first time, if they even watch this video, learning that Genesis was not written by Moses, and that Hebrew operates in a way in which day and night, he created them. But obviously there's things that exist in between. Male and female, he created them. Obviously there's things that exist in between. Theist, you're smarter than this. Start making your own content instead of responding to other people on the internet, because you're just trying to rage bait and it's super annoying. And you know these things. Like, this is obviously a video for critical thinking and to drum up people's brain activity. It's not because we're having a serious theological discussion about male platypuses.